about what we actually think about our topic. So what I'm going to do with you in this video is an invention strategy called cubing. And it works really well at this stage of the writing process because cubing asks us to look at our topic from 6 different perspectives, the same way that a cube has 6 sides. So that's where the name of this technique comes from. The way that it works is you are going to be engaged in free writing, which means that you've got your blank piece of paper, and this really is better done on paper than on a screen. So you've got your blank piece of paper and you've got your favorite writing utensils. These are mine. Once we start writing, you are just going to keep your pen or pencil moving. The whole idea is to take all the stuff that's floating up around here in your head and get it down through your arm and through your writing utensil onto the page in front of you. You are not worried about staying organized. You are not worried about making sure that you have good grammar and good spelling. You are not worried about being neat on the paper, right? Like maybe your cubing also changes directions, your writing changes directions. So the only rule is that your pen or pencil doesn't stop moving. Those of you for whom English is not your only language, you might write in English, you might write in another language, you might write in a combination of languages. The audience for this activity is future you. My students, you're going to upload a screenshot of some of your, take a picture of the writing that you do, and upload that to Canvas and tell me how the activity worked for you. If you are taking EN 102 with another professor, you should check in with them to see what it is they want you to show them at the end of this process. So I'm gonna leave the screen running, just like I would if we were in class. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna write along with you. And I'm out here on my balcony, so hopefully that ambient noise out here will be some great white noise for you. This activity is best done all in one sitting. It'll take us about 25 to 30 minutes to get through the 6 sides of the cube. As we come to the end of each side, I will prompt you to draw a line and change your perspective. So remember, there's no wrong thing that you're writing down. Everything goes. So let's get started. So you're first going to start free writing, whatever comes to mind, follow your ideas where they go, about your topic, one aspect of your topic. Just get started writing and just keep your pen or pencil moving until I prompt you to wrap up and move on. Okay, I'm gonna ask you to pause right there, finish the sentence that you are working on, um, and take a moment to look back over what you've written. Put a star next to anything that seems important or interesting, underline something that you want to make sure you come back to look at again later. And then draw a line across the page or skip a couple of lines or maybe turn your paper 90 degrees and write in a different direction. And I'd like you to also switch your perspective on your topic. Maybe think about taking the opposite view to the one that you were just advocating for. Or if you were writing about this piece of your topic, maybe write about this piece of your topic. Okay, so switching perspective on your topic and coming down to a different part of your page so it's visually set off. You'll know it'll be a different part later. And go ahead and start writing. Okay, wrap up the sentence you're working on in this second section of your cubing. Take a moment to look back over what you wrote this time around and uh, mark anything that seems important. You can use a star, you can underline. If you've got a highlighter handy, you can grab that and make some highlights. And start thinking about what your next perspective on your topic will be. So we've done 2, 4 more to go. So you might think about a different section of your topic. You might zoom in more deeply, take what you've just been writing about and focus on one smaller piece. You might focus on a different section of your topic. You might focus on the opposite, take the opposite stance to whatever you were just saying. So when you're ready, go ahead and draw a line across the page or skip a few lines or change direction that you're writing and go back to free writing. Remember, your only goal is to keep your pen or pencil moving and to let the ideas that are up here in your head flow down your arm and through your pencil onto the page. Okay, so section 3 of our cubing, ready, set, go. Okay, take a moment and wrap up the sentence that you're working on. Go back, read over what you wrote in our third block of cubing. Mark anything that seems important or interesting, stuff you want to make sure that you notice when you come back to it. I don't know about you, but my hand is getting kind of tired. So take a moment and stretch your fingers out, maybe give them a little wiggle. Roll your fist around, give your wrists some stretches. There we go. So we're halfway done. Um, this time you can, if you've got another perspective that you know you want to take on your topic for this next stage of cubing, that's great. You can go with that. If you're starting to struggle to come up with a way to shift your focus on your topic, I'm going to suggest that maybe you think about this time writing about who your topic is for. Okay, so who is your audience? Who cares about what you have to say? So you can write about your topic from a different perspective. If you can't think of a perspective for this section of the cubing, maybe think about who your topic is for, right? Who cares about this topic that you want to write about? So cubing section number 4, ready, set, go. Okay. Stop. Finish up the sentence that you're working on. We've gotten through 4 of these sessions now. Doing great. 2 more to go, and I know you can make it. Give your hands a little wiggle. Read back over what you wrote in that last chunk. Mark anything with a star, a highlight, or an underline that seems important. Make sure you can come back to it later. And then go ahead and draw a line across the page, or skip a line, or turn your paper and write in a different direction. And take a different perspective on your topic. If you've got another one ready to go, that's great. Last time I asked you to think about the constituents to whom your topic might be important, right? To whom is this topic important? Who cares about it? So you could go back to that idea and think about a different group of people. Who else cares about it? Or you could think about who doesn't care about this topic? For whom is this topic irrelevant? And is that okay or not? Okay, so I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're on number 5. Okay, so cubing session number 5. Ready, set, go. Okay, You can stop there, finish up the sentence that you're working on, take a moment to go back, read over the things that you just wrote, mark anything that seems important, highlight it, underline it, put a star next to it. That was our 5th chunk in our cubing. We've got one more to go. So as you look back over the previous sections, think about if there's an aspect of your topic that you want to explore, something that you've been thinking about that you haven't written about yet, and you can write about that. You can go back to that question of audience and constituents, right? Who cares about your topic? For whom is it important? So a couple of different ways you can get started in this last section of the cubing. But if all of that feels exhausted to you, if you need something completely new for this last section, you can think about why your topic matters. Why is your topic important? Why should people care about your topic? So that's one way you can fill this last cubing time. I know we're coming to the end. We've been at this for a while. You're probably getting a little bit tired, but remember that the goal is to take the ideas that are up here and let them come down your arm and through your pen onto the page. And oftentimes it's in these final moments after we've built some momentum that we get some really good out-of-the-box thinking. So stay with me for just one more session and see what your brain gives you about your topic. So our 6th face of the cube, ready, set, go. Okay, you can stop. No more free writing. You have completed 6 faces of the cube. So go ahead and read back over that last chunk that you wrote. See if anything there seems particularly interesting or important, something you want to make sure you come back to and look at again. Put a star next to it, underline it, highlight it. Now that you've done this, I hope that what this activity has helped you to do is to get a better picture of what you think about your topic, right? So not what your sources think about your topic, but what you think about your topic, the ideas that you have now that you've done all of this reading in your variety of sources that you've found. So your next step is to take all these ideas that you put on paper and think about which one you want to turn into the thesis of essay 4. And as you think about that, I'm going to remind you that a good thesis does 3 things. It names the topic, it makes an argument about the topic, right? So what is it that you think about that topic? What is your argument about the topic? And it gives some kind of preview of what we should expect in the paper. So preview of the organization, what the sections might look like. So I hope that as you look over the free writing that you did as part of this activity right now, or after you have set it aside for 24 hours, you sleep on it, come back to it tomorrow, you can see an argument emerging, right? That you do have thoughts about your topic, you have thoughts that are your own about your topic, and you have something to say. Now that you've done all this reading and all this research, what is it that you have to say about your topic, and turn that into a thesis statement that you can use to start building your draft for essay 4. If you have any questions at all about the expectations for essay 4, or you want some feedback on a potential thesis statement, go ahead and reach out to me, to the CTL writing tutors, to the librarian who is paired with your section of EN 102, or to your professor. So I really look forward to seeing the thesis statements that my students come up with, and to reading these papers that showcase your ideas.